Pedestrian crossings. Who is a pedestrian? A pedestrian is a person who travels by foot. Regulations for pedestrians also apply to people who are on roller skis, roller skates, or a kick sledge, pushing a bicycle, moped, or motorcycle, pushing a pram or a wheelchair, in a wheelchair, or driving a wheelchair at walking speed. Who is a driver? A driver means any person who drives a motor vehicle or other vehicle, including a bicycle, or who guides cattle singly or in herds, or draft, pack, or saddle animals on a road. This applies where pedestrians cross a road and there is no pedestrian crossing. When crossing, you may cross a road or a cycle path if there is no pedestrian crossing, and if this can be done safely and does not obstruct traffic. A cycle path or a road should be crossed at a right angle and preferably near a crossing. Cross without unnecessary delay. Places where pedestrians cross a road can be raised as a measure to slow down traffic. Have traffic islands so pedestrians can cross one lane at a time, but also be a place where no special measures have been taken. When driving a car, you must drive with sufficiently low speeds where pedestrians cross roads. This applies at an unsupervised pedestrian crossing. A pedestrian crossing is a part of the road that is intended for use by pedestrians to cross a road or cycle path and is designated with road signs or road markings. Sometimes a pedestrian crossing is raised as a measure to slow down traffic. A pedestrian crossing is unsupervised if traffic is not controlled by traffic signals or by a police officer. When walking and you are about to enter a pedestrian crossing, you should pay due regard to the proximity and speed of vehicles approaching. Cross the road or bicycle path without unnecessary delay. When driving, you must give way to pedestrians who have stepped out or are about to step out onto an unsupervised pedestrian crossing. You must adapt your driving so that you do not block a pedestrian crossing. Giving way means that you should slow down in good time or stop if necessary. May proceed only if this does not entail danger or hindrance for other road users. This applies at a supervised pedestrian crossing. A pedestrian crossing is supervised if the traffic is controlled by traffic signals or by a police officer. When walking, you must obey the traffic signals. Cross road or cycle path without unnecessary delay. When you are about to enter a pedestrian crossing, you should pay due regard to the proximity and speed of vehicles approaching. When driving, you must obey the traffic signals. You must give pedestrians that have correctly stepped out onto a pedestrian crossing enough time to cross the road. This applies even if the traffic signals are green. When you have turned off at a crossroad, you must drive at a low speed and you must give way to pedestrians who have correctly stepped out or are about to step out onto a pedestrian crossing. This applies where pedestrians cross a road and there are traffic signals, but there is no pedestrian crossing. When walking, you must obey the traffic signals. Cross a road or a cycle path without unnecessary delay. When driving, you must obey the traffic signals. Overtaking at a pedestrian crossing. You may not overtake on or immediately prior to an unsupervised pedestrian crossing. Parking at a pedestrian crossing. You may not stop or park on a pedestrian crossing or closer than 10 meters prior to a pedestrian crossing. This applies at both supervised and unsupervised pedestrian crossings.